Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. I can't believe it, it's nearly perfect timing. You know, just the other day I was talking about this exact thing. I recently recorded a video, which was more or less a rant on why I think the WNBA sucks, and that's putting it nicely. And basically my argument boiled down to, the product is obviously subpar, I think we can all acknowledge this. The gameplay's weak, the viewership is non-existent without male league subsidization, but that within itself doesn't necessarily destroy the league. No, it's the compounding effect of the fact the product is subpar, but instead of finding a way to rise above that weakness, build star power, create good storylines, maybe lean into good sportsmanship, hustle, aggressive play, and rivalries, instead of that, what do? They lean into politics, the grievance industry, the woke nonsense, the BLM grift, almost like it's 2020 all over again. You got a trash league, and then they insert trash politics into it. It's a double frickin' whammy. And I was making that point just the other day, and then literally the next day, I wake up and I see this. The WNBA does a full-on moment of silence and full-blown memorial for George Floyd at one of these official games. I mean, you literally cannot make this stuff up. This is why no one likes the WNBA. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so just when you thought the WNBA couldn't get any more insufferable, this happens.
Thank you guys for taking a minute to honor the life of George Floyd. George was a father, a brother, and a son. And his life, like every life, held meaning. His death exposed the holes that are still in our justice and criminal institutions today. And his 5-year anniversary reminds us that we must continue the fight against criminal, racial, and social injustices. We cannot stay silent. Every life deserves respect and dignity. Thank you.
A full-on speech and tribute to George Floyd, as if he's some sort of revered civil rights leader. I mean, at this point, you'd think George Floyd was a founding father, or definitely on the level of Martin Luther King Jr. It's unbelievable. The guy's got murals and statues, and now before professional sports games, they're doing a moment of silence for George Floyd. It's total clown world nonsense. I mean, let's be honest about who George Floyd actually was. A lifelong criminal with a rap sheet the length of a PhD thesis. Just home invasions, drug charges, violent assaults, a man who held a gun at a pregnant woman's stomach. Yeah, that's the guy that we're doing moments of silence for now. It's unbelievable. No wonder the WNBA is such a disaster. They fully dived into the whole left-wing political grift mixed in with the sports industrial complex, full-on canonizing criminals, politicize everything, give us more money because we're victims of oppression, feminism, and whatnot. Michael Jordan said something a long time ago. He said, I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not going to endorse a particular candidate because Republicans buy sneakers too. And boy, oh boy, was that some serious wisdom. I mean, common sense wisdom, but wisdom nonetheless. But it's a piece of wisdom that's just been forgotten, ignored, discarded. No, instead, the WNBA and even the NBA in a lot of ways, there's a reason I don't really watch it these days, they've gone full on political. If you vote for Donald Trump, you're a fascist. If you didn't vote for Kamala Harris, well then you must be a racist. And here we go. Let's do a prayer to our patron Saint George frickin' Floyd. It's unbelievable. Politicize everything and alienate the few fans that might be left. And it's exactly what I've been saying. There's too much bad stacking on top of each other. A little bit of bad you can kind of deal with. It becomes kind of interesting. But when everything is bad, when you have a low tier product and you stack on top of it cringe political theater, and then whatever the hell this is, it's just a complete disaster. The product, the politics, and then the culture makes it even worse. Britney Griner really put that into perspective just recently.
BG, right now you have 10 points, 5 rebounds. We see the Atlanta Dream as being very... Right now she's talking to the refs about holding. We're going to send it back to you guys.
very important questions.
Full-on LeBron James tantrum behavior, ignoring a post-game interview to instead turn around and really give it to that ref in full-on whiny, baby, just annoying Karen LeBron James fashion. You know, this is a league that should have humility, that should be fighting for the respect of the audience, considering the absolute abysmal situation that they're in, but instead there's a sense of entitlement, that they're entitled to it all, and that they don't actually have to care about the audience or the brands involved because the male league is basically going to subsidize them. And so we have this toxic culture that's clearly breeding of zero humility, zero self-awareness, and frankly, zero respect for the game. Just attitude, entitlement, constant political nonsense, and lectures, and victim cards, and clearly the constant urge to lash out. It's not at the audience, it's at the refs, and if it's not at the refs, it's at Caitlin Clark for simply existing and being a solid white basketball prospect. It's the most toxic league I've ever seen, and just watching that little Britney Griner video has me face-palming, frankly, because that is what we traded the literal Russian merchant of death for. This chick was dumb enough to go to Russia with a whole stockpile of illegal substances, got herself in complete trouble, blamed everybody else, had her wife, who, by the way, I'm pretty sure she's separated from at this point, go on a full media tour demanding that she be brought back by any means necessary. Of course, release the Russian merchant of death. It's Britney Griner. It's my wife. And they actually did it. Now they're not even together anymore, and this is what we got back. Just unappreciative, entitled, and nonsense and bogus attitude. We handed over an international arms trafficker to get back a player who openly disrespects the country, then disrespects everyone around her, and plays in a league that can't even turn a profit without NBA subsidies. It's a complete parody of itself. It's just the biggest fiery train wreck in the world of entertainment. I mean, period. Everything is bad. You turn on the TV, you get hit with this. Flops, bad calls, slow-paced game, just a lack of competitive intensity, and then the players themselves spit on your face. It is a complete disaster. This league is totally toast. Nobody cares, nobody's watching, and it's no surprise why. People want to watch sports, they want to see humility, they want to see competition, they want to see genuine rivalries. They don't want to see a game that puts you to sleep, followed by a feminist lecture, then a George Floyd memorial, and then 5 hate crimes against Caitlin Clark. There's simply no demand for whatever product that is, but for some reason, they just keep doing it. I genuinely don't know who's watching at this point, unless it's just some sort of political shtick, you know? I watch the WNBA to get back at the MAGA chuds because I'm a good Democrat. I don't know what the hell's going on, but clearly the WNBA is a massive train wreck disaster. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.